What is the origin of the consciousness?
Where is the origin of consciousness?
Yes.
It cannot be pointed out spatially. It cannot be pointed out. Again, this points back to you. You are the origin of the consciousness, because it is you who will and are seeing. You are the one in whom the consciousness is being perceived, and the functioning of consciousness is being perceived. And the consciousness in its manifestation as I, me, and as I am is also perceived. So therefore, you being the witness of that, you must be that within which or out of which consciousness is coming, manifesting. But not you personally. Huh? Because you already started off that you personally is only a thought.
That's you're absolutely crystal clear.
Okay, so you impersonally is what? So then you say you impersonally must be consciousness. Then you ask, is that it? Is there more than consciousness? Is there something beyond consciousness? And I said, yes, let's take a look together. And so most of this conversation has been looking at this. Just to prove, not that we can go beyond consciousness spatially and keep on traveling into some time and space. We're just looking back. We're just talking from hindsight. We're just looking at what's behind, what we can see, what is potential, knowing that whatever you can see is on the desktop of the consciousness because you can see them. And we want to know if the seer of all of these items is included in the item packaging or not. Or is it distinctly outside of the box? Is it completely out of the desktop? You see? And we see that it's a very subtle thing. That in order for the things on the desktop to be seen with interest, that interest must be also in the seer of them. And if that interest is in the seer of them, then the seer of them is not yet purely spatial. The seer of them must also have some quality in it, and that quality in it is being reflected on the screen. I wonder if you follow this though. The seer is never totally apart from what is seen. What I mean by the itemized objects that of perception can only come into view with the belief in them that happens in the seer of them. My God, this is so important. What you are seeing and believing, the belief in them happens in you, and the believing in them that happens in you give them their apparent reality. What is the option apart from that? What is left? What is left is pure perception, meaning that when the senses perceive, or the mind perceives through the senses, without desire, without judgment, without projection, without interpretation, okay, then it perceives cleanly that which is as it is, because it's not doing it with a motive. It doesn't want to take something out of it. It's not personal. You see? So that seeing is clean. It does not leave any registration inside the consciousness, pure perception. As soon as there is interest and attraction for any particular item, a relationship is created. And as a relationship is created, okay, then there is potency in the object and in the perceiver of the object. So if the perceiver of the object is interested in the object, that perceiver is also quality. And a quality is not self-perceiving. My God. Let me finish.
Okay.
So both the perceiver of quality and the perceived quality are two aspects of one thing. They are both manifestations in consciousness. The consciousness which perceives them both, meaning that perceives the object of perception and the apparent subject of the perception, which then turns out to be itself an object, assuming subjective position, are both objects in consciousness. And the consciousness which sees this is completely immaterial. You're going to have to contemplate this. You're going to have to follow this.
Right.
This recording, you must watch it again and again until this becomes clear for you. When one sees in the way that I'm saying, then the world does not stick to you. Everything is available. but nothing is burdening you down.